Hello Riotards, and welcome back to another New Vegas challenge run. Our rules for today's run are a little different and pretty simple. At the start of the game, we aren't allowed to have anything in our inventory except one drug or stimpack. Each time we clear one of 10 goals, we're allowed to have one more item and one more stimpack or drug. The 10 goals are as follows. Clear the geckos with sunny smiles, clear the powder gangers for good springs, clear the powder gangers prison, reach Boulder City, buy an implant, free Legion slaves, kill Benny, kill Caesar, kill House, and destroy the BOS bunker. Bullets, caps, keys, and bobby pins are alright though. As you can see, none of the goals involve killing President Kimball, since today we're siding with the NCR. To start off today, we store everything but one super stimpack in a metal box at Doc Mitchell's. We're then free to choose our special stats, then finalize our character with a couple of traits. On our way out, we manipulate our way into some more stimpacks from Doc Mitchell, which we store away immediately. Over at the saloon, we talk to Sunny Smiles so we can shoot the bottles in the backyard, triggering the gecko mission so we can quickly get an inventory slot on us. We fist all the geckos at the first well into an early grave. Followed by clearing out the second well. And watching the Good Spring settler get absolutely gangbanged in a corner by all the geckos at the final well, just before killing them and completing our first objective. With our newfound power of having one inventory space, we loot the settler for their cleaver, and put it to good use getting rid of Barton Thorn to transmute our cleaver into a 9mm. Our transmutation must have somehow transferred over to Cheyenne because her eyes no longer wanted to be inside of her sockets. We head over to Trudy to learn about Ringo and the powder gangers, and so we can fix her busted radio for some caps. Over at the gas station, we find our friend Ringo on edge. We tell him how we can take care of the powder gangers if we work together, then get to work assembling the dream team and preparing for the powder gangers.
Hi there. Say no more. I'm in.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it.
Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You have it by the time the fighting starts. You got my time.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
We lose an arm during the first attempt, but come back with a few well-placed explosive shots, killing all the powder gangers and securing us another inventory slot and stimpack slot. We loot the powder gangers and sell some of the stuff to Chad, then quickly make use of the other inventory slot by grabbing the metal armor from Doc Mitchell's, allowing us to clear out all the coyotes around Good Springs for that extra XP. While clearing out the coyotes, we make a unique observation. Apparently, radiation gives them boogie fever. This doesn't stop us from putting them down, however. On our way out of Good Springs, we take a nap at Barton's RV since he isn't going to be using it for tonight. In the morning, we take out the powder gangers just down the road, giving us enough XP to level up to level 3. In Prim, we clear out all the convicts with our trusty shotgun before heading inside the Bison Hotel so we can save Beagle. Inside, we take out a couple of men at the front entrance. Deeper inside, their leader keeps catching both me and his men on fire. So we make sure to pay him back by removing his head. To add on to the humiliation of the convicts, we murk the last one with our bare hands.
Damn.
We free Beagle from his bondage and head outside of the hotel. He tells us that we need law in Prim, and the ex-sheriff might be the perfect man for the job, but he's locked up. We head over to the prison, taking out a couple of powder gangers along the railroad tracks. When we reach the prison, we lure out Dolls so we can kill him and grab the key. And take his dose of Psycho. Inside, while I was trying to shoot a ganger, I accidentally shot Myers, making him hostile towards us and unable to fulfill the sheriff's spot for Prim. We take out the guards in the courtyard without much issue, being able to focus them down one or two at a time. Eventually bringing us to level 4. We then focus on clearing out cell blocks A and B. We store our shotgun in the explosives crate outside of the visitors section so we can grab a frag grenade from cell block A. We take a head turbo and then head inside so we can round them up and throw a grenade down.
Watch out. You like that? Had enough.
We get a good hit and run out of the door to grab another frag grenade from the explosives box. We throw it, killing a good chunk of them, but still putting me in a tough spot HP-wise. We take out Scrambler, then another powder ganger guard, before just barely escaping a death from Eddie as we exchange fire. This gives us another inventory slot right before clearing out the powder ganger's ammo storage. We head back to Prim so we can try and find our lawman for this great city. Talking to Hayes here at the NCR camp will put us on the right track to talk to Knight at the Mojave Outpost, in order to gain more troops for Prim. On our way to the Mojave Outpost, we take care of the Jackal gang members inside of the patrol station. And then a few bugs and arachnids for good measure. When we finally arrive, we talk to Ranger Ghost and grab a quest. We then sweet talk our way into Knight sending another unit to Prim.
I see the wisdom in that. I'll radio for a unit to head up to Prim and offer some additional support.
Ranger Jackson then gives us a quest to clear out some ants. The prophecies have foretold my coming long before I have known. Sweet. We start unloading shotgun shells into these overgrown sugar eaters. After killing the last big boy, we increase our potency for living by obtaining level 5. Successfully protect Prim by installing a new sheriff, then turn in our quest to Ranger Jackson. Before going over to Nipton, I make a quick pit stop at the correctional facility to pick up the sledgehammer I remembered from earlier. I use it to squeeze more XP out of these ants. I tried a quick save by waiting an hour, but I think I was a little too close to the Jackal gang, so we send one of them flying, then proceed to do the same to his partner. We take out the rest with relative ease. It was so easy that right after a nap, we get to take them out all over again. Obtaining level 6 in the process. I reach Nipton, only for Oliver Swink to crash us out while trying to get a cinematic shot. So when we load back in, we just straight yoink him out of existence for his transgression. And then his buddy Boxcars for neither being a box nor a car.
As are all crimes. If
I try to kill Vulpus, but his dog gets in the way and then it drags us into dialogue. We try once again, but somebody else gets in the way. We release our fury by sending him flying towards the moon. We figure a gay wolf furry like himself would appreciate it. Over at the Mojave Outpost, we turn in our quest to Ranger Ghost before continuing on from Nipton and stumbling across this Cleaver Chopper at Wolfthorn Ranch. We ditch the hammer. As we travel a bit more, we find Legion trying to set up an ambush, so we use Chopper's special, the flingy dingy spinny winny on one of them, and stealth on the other. While this is happening, the ambush gets triggered, so we jump in to save the day.
You like that?
With Legion blood fresh in our nostrils, we sniff out more Legion troops in camp, and choppy day arm off. We then give the Powder Gangers false hope by releasing them and then immediately chopping them.
I'm hit.
We take the train tracks by Ranger Station Charlie in order to get to Novak pretty quickly. While there, we stock up on a couple more stim packs. Then we grab a quest from Dusty McBride,
and I wake up to some crazy hollering and gunshots. You'd think the world was ending all over again.
and Boone's quest since they're both at night. I first helped Dusty by waiting until midnight and catching this Nightkin trying to kill his Brahmin. Since apparently he's hungry, we let him eat Chopper and a couple of shotgun shells. We turn in the quest, then discover the culprit of Boone's wife's kidnapping. We then have her mind blown with one simple hat trick. We give Boone the good news and he graciously gives us a level up. Since we're doing an NCR run, I figured I'd run over to the Helios 1 building. Unfortunately for all the NCR personnel in the area, I accidentally let a hit squad to their location. We try our best to save them, but unfortunately by the time we clear the Legion, all but one of the NCR troopers and their loyal hound are killed in the battle. Oops. With Haggerty dead, I loot the NCR supply crate for later on when we go to Camp Forlorn Hope. The Legion that spawned had no hope thanks to their own guy's super sledge from earlier. We quickly run over to the 188 trading outpost before going to Boulder City and earning ourselves another inventory slot, thankfully. The NCR needs the Great Khans dealt with, so we go have a chit-chat with our friend Jessup. We convince them to let the hostages go.
I can't believe I'm doing this. But alright, the hostages can go. The NCR had better keep their end of the deal, though.
Then level up to level 8. After the hostages are let go, we immediately put the Great Khans down.
Over here! What have you done?
Ranger Milo tells us that he needs help by killing his own men so the Legion can't use them as pawns. We have a better idea, however, and we choose to free the young lads of their bondage after taking out the Legion there. After setting them free, we take on Dead Sea inside the barracks. And take the Liberator off his hands. Then return back to Ranger Milo for some good money and XP. The next goal is to release the slaves from the Legion. We start fighting through their camp and run inside the bathrooms so they all funnel in through the front door. We kill them, then destroy Phoenix before he has time to comprehend that we're killing him.
Another kill to my name. Come on.
We stare at the slaves before grabbing the keys and releasing them, giving us another inventory upgrade.
Freedom.
The next stop is Forlorn Hope to drop off supplies to Quartermaster Maze. Then we help Dr. Richards with his medical patients. We treat one of them before finding a sneaky snake in the background. We confront him before checking his ass cavity as he left to make sure there was no funny business, and finish curing the troopers, letting us reach level 10. Returning to Dr. Richards, he tells us that the medical supplies have been running low, and we know exactly who the culprit is, don't we? We convince the junkie to turn himself in.
What? You want me to turn myself in? I guess you're right.
And then tell Dr. Richards
Here's
the
my
good
little
news.
Buttercup. What can I do for you? I heard Private Stone turned himself in for stealing my medical supplies. You have my thanks.
With everything around camp taken care of, we return to Major and tell him we did everything we could do. Then, after all our hard work helping out Forlorn Hope, we try to stop for a quick bite to eat at the Grub and Gulp rest stop. But the Legion hates when I have anything nice, so they kill the couple that owns the place. Or I guess I mean, owned. And then we put them down permanently. Moving on, we pick up the fast travel to Freeside, then we head over to the New Vegas clinic where we scrounge up just enough caps to buy an implant. We go with the luck implant simply for the extra critical chance. Now that we're out of caps, we take up a bodyguard job from the Van Graffs over in Freeside. Simon gives us some gear outside. We tell a drunk to get lost.
Sounds like a stupid policy to me.
Then frisk the next dude.
Fine by me.
The gambler gives us a bit of back talk before allowing us to frisk him.
Ain't my word good enough for you? I suppose it's alright, if there's no other choice.
The last dude to walk up to the door tries to attack us, so we put him down and then we find a C4 on his body, along with a revenge note.
What in the hell do you suppose that was about?
Pacer walks up and asks us to pass a message along to Gloria. We tell him this is a no-simp zone and that he needs to do it himself. We then proceed to get fired as a bodyguard, but rehired as a courier. We deliver a package, buy a passport to the Strip from Ralph, then accept another job to bring in Cassidy Rose.
Needless to say, there's some good money in it for you.
This brings us to Camp McCarran, where we deliver a package for Alice,
From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away.
who in return gives us a mission to buy out Cassidy Caravan. We buy Cassidy out, then convince her to come back to the Van Graffs with us. At first, I try to stick up for her.
For good. Really? We'll see about that.
No!
But it's not my business after
Waited
all.
too long to finish this.
We kill the guard and the crier outside so we can at least have some sort of vengeance. With the jingle jangle of caps lining our pocket, we tattletale on Benny to Swank, and through a series of checks, we convince him to let us kill Benny so we can obtain another item slot.
Take him out? Jesus. Okay, well, if you think that's the best way to deal with this.
I decided today I wouldn't give any of our main enemies any time to talk, just bullets to the dome. We reach level 11 and head over to the robot fucker himself, Robert House. I pay him no attention as I open up his chamber and smash his rolling TV screens. And his personal jerkbot. This is followed up by watching little Lester's heart get overwhelmed with joy as he waits patiently with Maria for House to rise up into his grave. For a second, we feel important and sexy as the folk gather around to see my glory.
Check that out. He just left a lucky 38.
Damn, and he looks good to me too.
Our next step is to get the endgame rolling, so we head over to the NCR embassy to talk to Ambassador Crocker, who gives us the mission to ally with the Boomers. Before we do that, I think we should pay our friend Caesar a visit.
Awe, are you ready to head upriver?
The guards try taking our weapons. Instead of the whole weapon, I just give them the taste of the tip. I then found a trader who had a level up for sale. We take fight the powers so we can put this army of white suppressors in their place. See? The greatest part about games, you get to experience death multiple times. Eventually, we finally start making progress. If you throw a hammer at a wall long enough, something's bound to break. Whether it's the wall or my hammer. Luckily, we're not throwing it at a wall. We're throwing it at the squishy skulls of the Legion. We head inside the tent to meet Daddy, and we show off our backflip. Unfortunately, we didn't stick the landing. Next time around, we do a hit and run, but unfortunately, they located the back of my skull with their fist. I put myself in a tight spot running in and out of the tent, making my last quick save the one with no health, meaning I get to die quite a bit here.
Had enough?
After all that time in the meat grinder, it appears that, with our luck cybernetically enhanced, we are finally able to dodge all the gunfire to make our retreat. We reach the outside gate and keep running into Legion around every corner. Until we finally find a good enough spot to hide. We then fast travel to the 188 to sleep, and then we grab 5 stimpacks from the chemistry station at Doc Mitchell's, followed up by buying a couple from him. This fuels our vengeance just enough to take out the rest of the Legion forces we left behind at the fort. This includes dropping the kill on Caesar to net us another item slot. Since we're treading waters we did last time, we jump ahead to the Boomers, and then we do a quick cut of everything that we did. Me cure Boomer patient, me listen to Boomer story, me grab panels from Helios 1, me fix panels at Nellis, me raise Lady in the Water. We tell Mommy Pearl that we raise the plane, and we secure the help of the Boomers against the Legion. We take a second for some personal revenge for Sharon Cassidy, although really this is just about taking some of their gear. We retreat after a couple of kills and obtain level 14, taking the next rank of toughness. Back over at Crocker, we turn in our quest, and then we are tasked with killing Pacer. I head over to the Van Graffs in order to grab a laser rifle, and the rest of their heads, before going over to the Kings and popping a very stealthy round into Pacer's head, alerting the Kings and prompting me to make my escape. We're praised for our good work, then make our way over to the Hoover Dam so we can get the mission to take out the Great Khans. When we arrive there, I kill Jack and Diane, simply because the song got stuck in my head for the rest of the playthrough. Upon entering Papa Khan's longhouse, we massacre anyone wearing even a shred of biker leather. This includes Regis sleeping outside just in case they decided they wanted a new leader. The next up in the NCR's crosshairs is the Omertas.
I'm gonna make mincemeat out of you. I'm gonna clip you.
We take down most of them with ease, but I make a grave mistake when I decide to phase through space-time to kill the cashier on the locked side of the counter. It appears they knew of our bloodlust and set up this trap for me. I almost give up all hope of getting out, but just before I load back to an earlier save, we are rescued by Big Sal himself. He is rewarded with a kiss from my deadly hammer, before we make our way back to the dam where we get our last hit for our list, the Brotherhood of Steel. They catch me hiding behind some crates and quickly ask me for all my belongings, which is just simply not going to happen. We explain to the rest of his friends as we head down that we mean no harm. I guess that message is hard to convey when it's sent to your head straight through a Gauss rifle. We take out as many as we can before running out of all of our drugs. So we retreat back to Good Springs for some more stimpacks. Without skipping a beat, we head back to the bunker and straight up bully all the scribes who dare challenge us. Daring this time, we try playing whack-a-mole using the doorway. However, they prove that they're a horde when they all rush me in the doorway. We bash them all into tomato paste before making our way to Elder McNara. We use our grenade rifle on his tin can bodyguards, and then he receives a grenade of his own. We kill Paladin Harden, and then activate the self-destruction sequence, making our way out as it implodes. We get told that the president is coming, and they need to make sure that there's no funny business. So we check this engineer's pocket, and I find something thick and girthy. A redundant failsafe detonator. We disable the bomb and watch as this guy gets his head blown off.
And are prepared to make the most noble.
Followed up by Kimball leaving as a true hero. I love you, sir. This finally brings us to the endgame. General Oliver tells us we're pretty much going to have to one-man army this shit, so we head down to start taking out the Legion. This area is pretty much just us making magic tricks, involving the disappearing of someone's head by the wave of my hammer. Outside, we kill a troop of Legion and obtain level 18 in the process, taking fast metabolism because I forgot to stock up on stimpacks before I came here, so we need to make use of everything we got. Unfortunately for this NCR trooper, we accidentally pull the trigger and kill him. His sacrifice will not be in vain. We take the elevator to the visitor section, and then make our way onto the dam. I fight my way through the beginning area with my Gauss rifle. As I go to my aid items, you may notice something. I have no heals at all, and I'm only halfway through the bridge. Luckily, we're able to convince the NCR Rangers to go ahead of us and absorb some of the damage.
You're in charge of this operation. That sounds like a suicide mission, but our orders are to take commands from you.
Through our combined efforts, we keep pushing further and further into the Legion territory, taking whatever food we can from the bodies we pass by. At the end of the dam, we lay a couple of good sniper shots down, and the NCR Rangers are so impressed that they let me deal with the rest of the Legion by myself. Inside, we kill the 3 Legion members standing near the door, because they committed the sin of getting in Lester's way. We then get hunted down with only a sliver of health left by these red-caped fisters. Luckily, we finish them off, then loot every single scrap of food we could find in their lockers. Then after I've eaten everything, I learn I could have just slept in the bed. We try to destroy the Legate's shin, but he tanks a Gauss rifle like a boss. They then become a great horde and maul me to death. The next time around, we are gifted with 2 meat shields in the form of 2 NCR members. With this opportunity laying at our feet, we try to gangbang the Legate with our melee weapons. Doing so super successfully, but the NCR member that survived decided to die by attacking me. We play a game of hot potato by throwing grenades at the Legion's feet. We follow up with an ambush with their leader's own weapon. We barely survive the onslaught, then take out the final 2 Legion members at the top of the hill.
You like that?
The NCR bursts in, and we finally complete our New Vegas upgrade run. If you liked the video, please feel free to like the video. If not, leave a comment telling me your feelings. This has been Riot Red RPG. Have a semi-decent day. God bless. And also, if you're thinking about doing this run, definitely do it. I mean, there's definitely variants you can do on it and shit, and it's very fun. I'm going to try more in the future. Bye-bye.
And many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.